Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him. And a nice gain offensively here. This is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing in the double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw in the double coverage. He got lucky that wasn't an interception.
Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. You want to talk about converting a fourth down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. Fourth down time, you only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the
touchdown, Clemson! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So NC State's offense will have its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability. Catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Give to the running back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, and getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Batista. Quick strike complete. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Rides to back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Tigers are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Batista. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it inaccurate.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got him. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Quick pass on the fly motion. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off play action on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The play action fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got his man to the left. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this 1st half as good as you possibly can.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Batista. Pressure coming. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Montana. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Caught behind the line. It's Montana. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
They'll try the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback. You run these RPOs, man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration. And
just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Batista. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. NC State going up tempo. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Breaks into the open. The 40. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Got his man. NC State will pick up the first down. Tempo and overdrive. Scanning the field, it's Batista. Caught. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Montana. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on first down. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
NC State has to come up with a big play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Touch pass on the run. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now. And the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way. And that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
And the returner will be dragged down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Clinton. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Powers through the defender. Turning it on.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Looking for a man. It's Slater. Finds his tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
42 Spider.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Makes the grab. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal.
Easy.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Moves.
Tries again to get it in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on third and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, Clemson! Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Now the play fake. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He hurls one deep down the left side. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Slater. He's got him in the flat. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Little touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. Once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On first down from their own 22. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Shotgun snap on third down. It's complete on the right side. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. The run to the left. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but, boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Slater. Rushes on him. Punts it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their...
Oh, he's got some space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the back. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult.
Running room in the middle. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he's got it inside the 20. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Back to pass. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to run it. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Secures it at the 30. Slips through the line. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking to pass. It's Slater. He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people...